I would like to take this opportunity and the pleasure to welcome Dr. Salim Al Ruzaiqi, Chairman of the Board of Oman Information Technology, to deliver a keynote. Dr. Salim is a known figure for the information communication technology and most certainly to COMEX, the technology event of the Sultanate of Oman for over 30 years. Dr. Salim has worked with the ministry when ICT Authority, the Information Technology Authority, was formed. He was at the helm of establishing Oman's e-government, Oman's digital transformation at the government level, and of course, collaborating with the industry. I had the pleasure to work with Dr. Salim since he was the CEO of ITA, and I continue to learn and we continue to benefit from his leadership. Dr. Salim contributes to the ICT industry since he was the CEO in 2006, and he continues to do that. Now, Dr. Salim is the chairman of the Oman Information Technology Society, and Dr. Salim's ambition, as we have seen always, is to make Oman at the leader position in adapting technologies, especially the fourth industrial revolution, to improve people's life, and to provide opportunities to the youth and to bring investors and the visitors to the Sultanate of Oman. Without further ado, I request Dr. Salim Al Ruzaiqi to please deliver his keynote. Dr. Salim.
Thank you very much for these nice words. I'm really delighted to be with you. Your Excellency, Dr. Bakhit Ahmed Al-Mahri, Under Secretary for Ministry of Higher Education, Research and Innovation for Higher Education, it's a long name. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Sa'adallah sabahakum bi kull khair. I'm really delighted to be part of this gathering. I'm glad to see a lot of friends, and also delighted to meet new friends in this new gathering. I'd like to thank the organizer for making this happen. And I think it takes a lot of excellent work to make this event after the COVID issue, and everyone I think is very delighted to be back to face gathering. And sorry, this is of course, this event will be focusing on the skills of the future and HRD. And I know that we have great, people here who will be talking and also discussing this important point here. I will be more focusing on the part of the ICT part of the future skills. As you said, today ICT is actually impacting every sector, impacting every job, and we know that from our experience here in different sectors, people are keen to see the disruption, and they are really very. A lot of people are very afraid also for the impact of this technology on their jobs also. So I think there's a lot of even organization today. They are really very confused also, or very we can say struggling with what type of skills they need for the future. Ourselves is also people are struggling to say what really skills that I need, to be relative also for in the future and to be part of this organization. So what are the skills of the future that we need for us to be relevant today and tomorrow? And if I can also look at asking a lot of people, maybe we should do a survey to the people around us here to say, are they worried of technology impacting their jobs? Because when we look at some study conducted by PwC on workforce of future, they're talking about 37% of the people are worried that the technology will impact their life, impact their future, impact their jobs. But the good sign also there's 73% of people think the technology will not really, it will have an impact, but they are willing to, to work with the technology. And I think the technology will not replace people. And this is, I agree with this, with the concept of that we need to reskill people for the future. I think 70%, according to this study, 70% of the people think they can reskill themselves. They can still ready to learn new skills. So I think if we, now I'm sending these messages to the policymakers, because this is very, very, very important, statistics, and we are not away from, the global trends and the global market. So those statistics are very important to the policymaker to say, okay, I am public. I've been working in the public sector for all my life. I was not a part of the private sector, but I know reskilling was an issue in the public sector, and I hope that we have some people here from our colleagues in the public sector to realize that for the future, reskilling is really a must for our people, to move forward and to be part of the new trends and also to welcome the adoption of new technologies, AI, robotics, whatever technology that we're talking about today. So it is essential for policymakers to realize there is two aspects of this. One aspect is reskilling and reskilling people and making people ready. And as you see from the survey, people are ready to adopt technology. They are ready to welcome a robot next to them, and they're ready to work with technology and deliver their services, deliver their responsibility in a better way, in a more efficient, in a cost-effective way. But we have to make sure that everyone has to realize that there's certain people who can skill themselves. They know how to move forward and skill. But this is it has to be it has to be systematic. It has to be part of a policy. You cannot have an organization skilling their people where the other organization is not doing anything in that areas. And so automation, robotics, processing, AI, all these technologies is going to impact us. No matter what we say. But again, if we are willing to learn, we're willing to reskill ourselves, we're willing to move forward, I think this is the case. According to the World Economic Forum, all those revolutions, it will impact the jobs, yes, but it will create more jobs. So if we look at it from the impact, yes, there is impact for certain jobs, like what our colleague, the 37% are saying that they think they will be replaced. Yes, they will be replaced. But the kind of revolution, and this is a history of other revolutions, revolution usually create growth, to grow the job. There is more jobs is created than job lost. According to the World Economic Forum, 58 million extra jobs will be created. So what is the impact of that important piece of data for us as a policymaker? It is very, very important that we realize that from the policymaking point of view, we know that 65, according to this report, 65% of the kids in school now, they will work in a job that are not available today. So if these kids are going to work in a job that's not created today, and we still have about more than 58 million jobs will be created, extra job, in addition to the job that we'll lose, we'll create another 58 million jobs. We are part of the whole global world. It's not, we are not, in isolation from the world. So whatever it impacts the world, it will impact us as in one way or another. So this piece of information, again, what are we talking about if we are policymakers? What we need to do in terms of the policy for the future, Your Excellency, the education for the scholarship of the future. What is? I'm glad you are here, because this is very important. This is a very, very important topics today. So what are the areas that we need to focus on as a policymaker today? Not only in the education, in the higher education, but also in our basic education as in the future. All of us, I think, here we are very keen, to improve the work environment in our organization. But also, I think the most important thing for this gathering is how can we have a national policy to move forward in these areas. Everyone is contributing, and I think also if we look at the public sector, the private sector, the societies like ourselves, everyone is contributing to this, to solve this issue. For example, the OITS today, we are launching several initiatives. We launched a cyber security Oman initiative for the whole year to build capacity and create, a lot of awareness about, cyber security, which is a very important, topic, and a very important future topic also. But also we also launched another initiative called Maharatik, again to develop the skills of people in technologies that we think are very, very important for now and the future in the areas of cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, data analytics, and other programming and other certification for people, for people who are looking for a job, but also for people to improve their skills in these technologies. The most important thing for all of us here, as we're gathering from different organizations, is to think about maybe 3 important things that I feel could be relevant to the discussion today that we have that we will have in these 3 days. One of them is, I think, is the collaboration. But this is, I think, everyone have that. Looking at it from a collaborative point of view, everyone realized that we don't have that sense of collaboration. We don't roles and responsibilities. So I think what we need maybe to discuss, and I hope that people take it to their organization, contribute as part of it, is how can we collaborate, public sector, private sector, societies, and other, how to collaborate on the creating the right policies. A national policy. It's not only a policy for the organization. It's good to have a policy for organization, but sometimes even within the organization, we don't have a policy for reskilling and getting the right talents in the organization. But also, I think the most important thing for all of us, and this is again important for our economy, for our 2040 vision, is we need to invest on skills of the future. We cannot invest only to develop the skills of today that we need. Yes, we need to invest on skills of today. We need to invest on, creating the job of, training, putting people on jobs today. But I think what is missing, and sometimes it's a chicken and eggs type of, is it talent before or job before? I think for national, for the economy, for the future of the country, I think talents has to come even before because talents will create jobs. And I think today, if you ask any investor who will come to Oman, you ask him, identify 2-3 things that I want you to come to Oman, you will come. First thing always will be talents. And I think Dr. Amr and the team, everyone, they realize that in this important, the sector, especially in the ICT sector, the talents is very important. Everyone realized that there is a talents, not talents for today. Okay, there is. Alhamdulillah, Oman is very talented. We have a lot of young, energetic people who are willing to work. But I think what we are trying to say here, we need the talents for the future, and these talents has to be, we work collaboratively as country to have a national policy for these talents. Today, we have a lot of organizations responsible for this, for this important initiative. Like, I think we really need to have somebody who will be responsible to make sure that, we're talking about attracting investors, we're talking about job cannot be created by government only. Jobs, government have, I think, enough talents on them but the private sector, the new projects that will attract investors to come to Oman, and young people who can be available as a talent for other countries or for the region, for global market. Those are the talents that will bring value to Oman. So I think collaboration, putting the right policy, investing on the future talents, I think this is the key areas. I'm sure that a lot of discussion will be around some of these topics and other topics. I'm sure HRD is also a very big topic, and I'll be very delighted also to learn from the speaker, to learn from every one of you in this important topic. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Salim Al Ruzaiqi, Chairman of the Board, Oman Information Technology Society. We certainly look forward to working with you and to your vision to driving Oman to a leader in the region and the world in information communication technology.